Well, it's July 1st. We got lots of little mini harvests this week, but I thought I'd take a second and kind of show how the garden's growing. And there's the okra back here. It's almost chest high on me now, easily waist high, but we'll get over there in a second. Got some little better boys ripening and lots of little million wonders to pick. And all those down there. We got some fruit coming along on the brandywine, which is nice to finally see. They're kind of a different looking little fruit. There's some more something down there. I don't know if that's the beefsteak or what that is. This is all kind of falling over on top of each other. The Cherokee purples are just kind of faltering a bit. The onions still aren't doing much of anything. The little seedlings that I planted of the okra started to come along here now. It's kind of the second batch. These big guys, well, we've got some pods to pick here and some more fried okra to make. The first batch we made was really tasty. These peppers are all about hip high. We got a number of jalapenos on here. And of course banana peppers. And this new little guy, this is a Fatali pepper that my brother sent me. So it may be a while before it fruits, but I'll be interested to try it out. Got lots of new growth on the blackberries, and the blueberries are putting up some new good shoots. It looks like we may even have a few more strawberries to harvest here. I've been trying to get out as much of the Bermuda grass as I can, but that's a daily chore. So far, nothing going on the raspberries. I don't know if we'll get anything out of those this year or not. And the tea plants have yet to put on any new growth. The corn has started to fall over, and I don't know if I'm going to have to stake it up or what. Seems odd to have to stake corn up. I don't know what's going on with that one. Got one big pod here. I think we got several on this plant we could harvest.
This one?
Nah, get the other one to the side there. There's one way back in here. Here's a good one. Get this guy. Okay, so we got our first beefsteak. But it's the littlest little plump beefsteak I've ever seen in my life. Doesn't quite have the, this almost looks like the better boy, actually. I wonder if I've got the, if I had the wrong plant in the thing. But we'll try it, we'll taste it, see what it tastes like. There's all the okra we got. Here's another one. Looks like it right now. That's ripe and ready. So much fruit. Look at those big ones down there. Alright, we're going to see if I can get my hand down in here and get some of these little million wonders. I may have to stop filming for some of this. Look at all this. Well, there's more of these to pick, but I'm tired of picking. We can pick the others tomorrow. There's probably 30 of these things. And a few more little better boys. Funny that the better boys are bigger than the one beefsteak that I picked. But let me go show you this one huge beefsteak I found. Here's this beefsteak. This thing is probably 6 inches across. It's bigger than my hand. It's massive. It's almost like a small watermelon. And there's a few other ones down in here too. Got a whole bunch of these banana peppers. There's tons of them.
They're our pride and joy, and they're so good. I'm gonna put them in here.
Okay. Get down here where it's easier to see them. It's already started to make new fruit. So we'll cut these old guys so they can start making a little more production. There's another big one back here. We probably got close to a dozen banana peppers. It's almost burying the okra. There's so many banana peppers. But they sure are tasty. I'm gonna dig some of the grass out. Use some of these peppers, and I knocked one off in the process. There's lots of. Look at all this cayenne back here. Alright, we'll pick some of these guys. I broke that limb right there, unfortunately. There's lots of this ready. Leonard, you don't need very many of these plants. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, we got a green one. Well, I got another handful after I ended that last video. So there's all the cayenne we ended up with. It's a lot of pepper.
How about this one?
Yeah, you'll be good. You can wipe it on the table.
Okay.
A few more over here. Is that little one good? Or is it? He's got a little munchie on him. One lone little blueberry here. It's pretty good size. We finally have some blackberries to pick and eat. I'm looking forward to these. Oh, he's not wanting to come quite off. Here we go. Here we go. Another full basket. Can't wait to eat a lot of this, especially that okra, especially those berries. Till next time, folks. Keep digging. Hey folks, Friendly Man Sam, man in the big green hat. We're out here doing our little garden picking a little bit early. We've got a trip coming up and a lot of rain moving in, and as you can see, tons of these wonderful things and lots of other stuff to see. So let's get picking. I'm gonna start low down in this grass area. Get some of these guys. I'm taking a lot of these to my niece and my mom. They just like to eat them fresh off the vine. I really hope they like them because we've got tons of them. That was a little bit bad. Tons and tons and tons of them. Get up in here a little bit. Pick some of these. I mean, wow, you can just see all this. Everything's just loaded. End up dropping them. Gonna harvest some better boys, some good old green tomatoes. It's a good size. Lots of these around. Let's get some more. These I normally leave, but they're starting to lay on the ground a bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick all of these. Those even got some color change to them. Man, we're just loaded. Absolutely loaded in here. Robin spotted something different up in here. It was turning colors, and it is our first Brandywine tomato. So I'm gonna pick this guy. It's way past. I think it has some damage to it too, actually. I'll pick it if I can get it. Alright, I'm going to stop the camera. Well, here's our first Brandywine. It's a doozy. Unfortunately, I'm not sure it's any good to eat. But it's neat to finally see one of these come out. We got lots of smaller ones. You can see up in here. And lots of little buds and blooms. Here's a little guy. Maybe we'll get one to try soon. Now we're going to pick one of these big old things, these super steaks. We got tons of them down here. We're going to let them ripen a bit. But I'm taking Mom and then the first of our super steaks. And I have to cut this guy too. How about that for a tomato? Wow. Little dirt on the bottom didn't hurt nothing. Wow. Wow, we got lots of okra in here today to pick, folks. So I'm just gonna get to it. There's a big pod here. Here we are. There's a good one. You know what? I want to get this little guy here too. That's a good little okra haul for the day. Alright, we're going to cut some of these jalapeno peppers. Mom's going to make some poppers out of them. Those will be tasty. Fresh from the garden. And we're just loaded back in here with jalapeno peppers. Absolutely loaded. Got a good dozen off the vine today. Those will be good. I still can't get over the size of the super steak. Just massive. Now we're gonna get some cayenne. We don't have any bananas today, but we still have a little bit of a stockpile of bananas to eat. There's lots of them. Going back in here. I just love the way they look. Mom's gonna dry these guys out and make big pepper flakes out of them. Oh yeah. Strawberries are being strawberries. A little bit of a midsummer lull here. Still having a huge slug problem. The corn is almost waist high on me, but no tassels yet. It's G90 and the Silver Queen. The raspberries, I don't think we're going to do anything this year. One of these had a few little buds, but nothing is starting to fruit. I'm sort of just digging craters, digging out the Bermuda grass. About the only way I can control it. The blueberries are still doing real good, where most of them are. The two smaller ones up front. One came completely out of the ground when I was pulling grass, and the other one has not put on any new growth. I'm going to probably dig him up and put him in a pot and try to reinvigorate it a bit. These other ones just have tons of new growth. And I spotted, oh yeah, just a few little blueberries here. One blackberry on this guy. And I've got 3 over here to munch on. The birds haven't found yet. I'm gonna beat them to it. Well, thanks for watching this week's, folks. We enjoy making this little weekly videos, and hope you enjoy seeing all the progress and stuff. Until next time, keep digging. We did get a few little good strawberries this week. And more okra than we could possibly eat, but well, we're gonna find a way. Hey folks, Weatherman Sam, man in a big green hat. I'm out here in our backyard garden. It's July the 15th, and I've started this one off a little bit differently. I noticed we had a whole bunch of blueberries, so I've already started picking some of the blueberries here, and there's more to pick still. Not a whole lot left on this bush to pick. 2 on this little guy, but we'll go down in here. 1, 2. It's a good little handful. Put this one on all the others. This okra is getting super tall, and what I picked today will be half of what we picked for the week. We actually sent some friends home with a whole bunch of okra earlier in the week, 2 days ago actually. So let's see what we get today. That's a nice one there. There's a nice one there. Oh, we're gonna have a lot today. There's 1 there, there's 2 there, there's 1 back there, here's 1, there's 1, there's 1. We're gonna end up with well over, well, close to a dozen pods today. Nice. There's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think there might actually have been 13. That's a good little bit. We'll cook this tonight. So our cayenne is going to town right now. I'm gonna pick some of these guys and string them up, let them dry out, and make some pepper flakes out of them. Oh, there's a whole bunch in here. Whole bunch. Break off easy. Moved around to the other side now. Oh, that pulled the whole limb off with it, unfortunately. Man, we just got a lot of these. By far the best harvest it has of this so far. Man, there's a lot in here. Our bananas are putting out a new little crop. We won't pick these just yet. Let them keep going. We made some jalapeno poppers from these guys, and they were pretty good. Ooh, they had some kick to them. And there's still some nice ones on the vine yet. The bells are still kind of sluggish, but we're finally getting some coming in here. There's a big one down here a little bit. Let them keep going too. And the habanero, hold it back in there. We got color on some. Oh, it's full. I'll let them stay on for a bit longer. We're not gonna pick any of the tomatoes tonight, but I want to show some of the better boys here. Here pretty soon though, I'm gonna come out and get some of these better boys that are ripe. And make some pasta sauce out of them. Maybe even some of these cherries. I got tons of cherries. Oh, and I say I got a little caterpillar. There's something on that now. A lot of these cherries may be too far gone. The brandywine are starting to get big and come in. There's one over here. It looks like it has a little bit of color to it. Let's see if I can get down in this foliage. It's so thick. I don't see it. The super steaks are about ready to go. That one back there is huge. Probably going to pick it soon. I don't want it to ruin. In fact, I may pick this now, if it'll let me. I'm gonna have to cut it, but he's big. That's a big one. The rain, we had so much rain, you can see there's cracking going on with them. It's starting to become a problem. I don't know what's happened to my Cherokee purples. They it's turned into a bit of a disappointment. I don't know what's going on with them, but it's unfortunate. Well, we decided to go ahead and we got a ton of tomatoes, so we're gonna pick some of these anyway and take some to Robin's co-workers. We got plenty for us and plenty for everybody this year. There's a whole batch. These beautiful better boys right here in a row. Some of these are almost laying on the ground. So I'll pick some of these. I'm gonna pick some of these pretty green tomatoes. Some of these are resting on the ground. They're ready enough to eat. Will be good. Good fried. There's that monstrous super steak. Yeah, this thing's probably a pound easily. Maybe a pound and a half. It's a nice one. Make a good pasta sauce or salsa. I guess I'll give a quick update on the strawberry. We've had a little bit more production. You can see the slugs are killing us. I'm gonna put down some bait or something. They're eating more than we are now. I've started rooting some of the little runners in cups here and there, about 10 or 12 of them. I'll use that to fill in this section. They're also doing pretty good. Raspberries are growing, but that's about it. We have first little evidence of tassels on the corn now. That's exciting. That's pretty cool. One there, one here. Something is eating the snot out of that. I don't know what's going on here. And then this guy, and maybe it'll come on and make. Just a little bit of an experiment. We still have a few little blackberries left. I ain't gonna pick them today. There's 3, there's 5. I'll save them maybe for tomorrow. They're growing well. I've been training them up as high as I can, basically. I may end up redoing this and putting a different kind of fencing to try to help bring them up some. They're just all laying so flat on the ground. I don't want that. I need some height to them. That's it for this July 15th edition of the garden update. Hope you liked it, and keep digging, folks. Weatherman Sam here. It's time for a garden update. It's finally quit raining long enough for actually do something out here and maybe pick some stuff. So let's do a little bit of an overview. Had a lot of splitting and a lot of stuff going on with the tomatoes and things, and lots of new little sprouts coming up and whatnot. Things is fogging up on this camera. It's still so humid out here. The okra is almost head high, and the tomatoes have fallen over and taken over the path here to the point I can't even get through. You got to go around the other side. Our second set of okra is coming in well. Won't be too long before we're picking stuff off a bit. Our peppers are absolutely crazy. They've been enjoying all this rain. And we got some fun stuff going over on this side of the garden. Something new. We'll get to that. Let's get picking. We still got a lot of better boys left. We're gonna get in here and pick some of these. Freeze some of these that haven't ruined yet from all the rain. Well, unfortunately, a lot of the better boys that were ripe were bad. But we've got some beefsteak over here to pick. I've been waiting to pick these. Big guys. Nice. Well, we still threw a lot of bad ones away. But these are salvageable, at least. Well, for what the tomatoes let us down on today is more than make up for it with the okra. Adds a lot of this to cut and freeze. Robin's happy. I'll start with this little guy right here. Two quick good ones. Maybe three quick good ones. Let's see how many we end up with. The second set of okra that I mentioned, now I got a few little pods on it. There's one little one right there, and then this guy's almost ready to pick. So it won't be too much longer. We'll have double okra production. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's our best one yet. We got tons of bells starting to come in. Won't be long before they'll be ready to be picked. It's taking a while for this crop to produce something, but it looks good now. Oh yeah. Well, we found one to cut after all here. This is a big guy. I was inspecting the jalapenos, came across this one. It's gonna go on the pizza tonight. Some of these jalapeno have already turned red. Go ahead and pick some of these. Some of the biggest ones anyway. And we can freeze them. And we've already got a new crop coming in here, so that's good. We got a nice little bumper here of banana peppers. I'll for you some of these guys too. There's lots of them. Big one back in there. Habaneros, man, I'm just full of fruit here. There's probably 50, 60 of these things, but it looks like there's 3 way back in here ready to pick. My brother will be happy. Our first habanero. Cool. Forgot to mention this little patali pepper. I guess I'll give a little update on it. It's still growing in its pot, but it hasn't produced any flowers yet. Blackberries now are starting to harden off a bit. I gotta get out here and stake these up better so they'll have better form. I'll be moving this blueberry and this blueberry come fall. Give a little extra space here for the blackberries. One of the small blueberries here died, and the other one's not doing well at all. I don't think it'll make it. The others are still putting out green leaves, enjoying all this rain. Strawberry, it's the same old story with the slugs. Hopefully I can get that under control before this next batch of blooms goes to fruit. Corn, oh, the corn. Wow. Getting our little spiky stuff here. You can see the little side shoots, and I was walking over here and we got our first tassel. This is the first corn I've ever grown, well, and that we've ever grown. So that's exciting, but cool. Not much to report on the tea plants or the raspberries. They're not going to do anything this year but grow, which is fine. That's what they need to do. Produce us something for next year. That's it for this week's little garden adventure, folks. Till next time, keep digging.